ask, give me a detailed comparative analysis on the different prominent large language models out there. Today, prompt to Grok 3, and let's see what it does. Let's see the magic. I mean, I'm 48 seconds now, and about 103 sources. That's amazing. Finally completed. So it took probably 2 minutes, including the previous one. So here it is. Following table summarizes the key attributes of large language models. So hey everyone, hope you're all doing well. So today we're going to look into something really interesting. So do like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. So Grok 3 released last week, and it's been breaking the AI world since then. And people have been getting really creative. They've been trying out a lot of games, a lot of coding apps, and so on. And Grok 3 is really amazing because it has so many features. It has like deep research. You could ask it to describe a topic. It'll go to the internet and it'll generate a very detailed study or report based on that topic. It has thinking mode, so you can see the thinking process going as it thinks and then kind of answers the question. It can also generate amazing images using Flux, and you can see the difference out here when you see the images that are generated by Grok. And it is also multimodal, meaning it can understand images and it's kind of answers questions based on images as well. So no wonder Elon Musk, I guess, must have seen all of these amazing features from Grok about a couple of weeks back, and he made a bid to buy like OpenAI some time back, which is of course rejected. But I think like he must have seen that this one was really amazing and what it could be, what all you could do in such a short amount of time. And so today what we're going to do is we are going to like look into many of these features one by one, and also like in a series of videos, and also maybe deep dive into one of its features, which is like the deep research one, because that's the one which is a lot of it's very competitive with compared to the other models. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna like go after some of the other features like the thinking mode, multimodal, image generation, and so on. So I tried Grok, and I was really mind blown, and it was an amazing experience. So what took this apart was that I mean, there are so many large language models and AI models today, and all of them, many of them do a great job. But there is something which gives you like a great user experience, like kind of a magical experience, right? So previously, I could see that in Claude. Whenever I used to use Claude Sonnet, you used to have this. Oh, it's like as though there is some feeling towards the AI, a great feeling when you use Claude. And since then, I've used a lot of other models. I could not get that feeling much. But now when I'm using Grok, it was really like an amazing feeling there. And on top of all of that, it's also super fast. So let's jump in and see what all Grok 3 can do. So we are in the Grok 3 announcement blog. It says Grok 3 Beta, the age of reasoning agents, next generation intelligence from XAI, as you can see. And we're pleased to announce Grok 3, our most advanced model yet, blending strong reasoning with extensive pre-trained knowledge, trained on our Colossus, a supercluster with 10 times X the compute of the previous state-of-the-art model. So, and it also talks about how it has thinking capabilities, the reasoning capabilities refined through large-scale reinforcement learning. This is probably after the DeepSeek kind of revolution, and leading performances both across academic benchmarks and real user preferences, achieving an ELO score of 1,402 in the chatbot arena. So this is like Grok 3 got really good scores in the usual benchmarks, but he also got a really good ELO score in chatbot arena, which is like people are asked to rate the preferences of AI models without knowing which model it is, and then this is gotten a huge a jump. So here is the demo of the thinking, and then here are some of the benchmarks. They are showing that it beat many many of the previous one, and this is some of them by a huge margin. It's like 70 to like 90, right? And then a few other margins as well. And MMAU is like multimodal image understanding. It's close to O1 and thing. So this will be interesting for me to check how it works on images. And then it also has reasoning capabilities. Like you can do reasoning. And a lot of people have been building amazing apps, especially like games and agents and a few other things on it. So they just here it talks more about the benchmarks. But here this is what the ELO score that I was mentioning about, the ELO score. Grok 3 demonstrate improved factual accuracy and enhanced stylish control. Under the codename Chocolate, an earlier version of Grok 3 topped the LM Arena chatbot Arena leaderboard, outperforming all competitors in ELO scores across all categories. This is really important because this is what this is like you can consider this as a qualitative score. It's like people are giving based on their experience of using it, like how do they like it so far. And then previously I think it was Gemini Flash Thinking, and from here to here it's a huge jump compared to you can see that there's not much variance between these three and then these three and then so on. So that is really interesting kind of to see how things are evolving. So yeah, and then this is I think they saved the best for the last, DeepSearch. So today this is what you're going to be looking into today. So DeepSearch, to understand the universe, we must interface Grok with the world, equipped with code interpreters and internet access. So this is amazing. So it's like an agent. It is an agent. Basically what it does is that it's going to go to the internet and try to kind of based on the prompt and what we ask, like it's going to like kind of go and generate something like really in depth. So we're gonna look at it today, and I tried a couple of them and I was really impressed. So that's why I want to like kind of try more today, like kind of. And they say the API is coming soon, so it's not yet out. So hopefully soon, I'm guessing, is what I think is there. So first, what we do is that in order to kind of go try Grok. So this is x.com/i/Grok. You can see that it's changed to like Grok 3 beta. Like previously, it used to be Grok 2, and then you can see that it has deep search and it has think, and you can also attach like documents, images, and so on. So it also says that try new features, deep search and think. Deep search deeply to deliver detailed, well-reasoned answers with Grok's rapid agentic search. So this is really cool. And think is more of a solve the hardest problems in math, science, and coding with our reasoning part. So today we'll mainly be looking into deep search, but I also hopefully spend another video on think, wherein like it's more specific towards think. And for today's deep search on Grok 3, this is what I'm hoping to like kind of look into, deep dive into. So want to see how Grok's amazing deep search is useful for scientific research, sports, religious events, market and competitor research, LLM comparisons, scientific programs, AI model information, RFPs, culture, UI frameworks comparisons, stock analysis, manga and anime, AI coding frameworks comparison, entertainment, and then AI world events. So this is a large list, just something which I just thought of, but that's what at least we hope to do and see. And I've tried a couple of them, but definitely not all. So it's going to be really new for me also on what to expect. So let's go for the take. So the first prompt is scientific research. So I'm going to ask Grok, can you give me a detailed report on image processing based malware classification and detection? Start with the seminal papers and origins, key research papers, and how the field has evolved. List the top 5 papers in the table. How is this technology being used now? Are there any commercial applications? How many patents have been issued? So there's a reason why I want to look at this, because this is probably what I would call in my for my case the most I know the somewhat the answers to this, because it's basically based on my own work. So here's my Google Scholar page, and then one of the highly cited papers is this work called Malware Images Visualization and Classification, Automatic Classification. And if I click on this, it's like a kind of treat. It's considered as a seminal work. What we did was we took data as it is, executables and other kinds of data, and visualized them as images. And then once you visualize them as images, you could apply image processing, computer vision, machine learning, and so many other tools on them. We could find patterns here, which were probably, these patterns were not as easy to see in if it's just like code. So conducted this, and that's probably why it has this paper has lots of citations, and then also related work has quite a good amount of citations and patent as well. I also led a project on this work after my PhD thesis, and wherein we tried to kind of take this research to actual a product, or kind of more of a project, and in a phase. So let me come back, and so I'm in Grok 3 now. So I'm going to just copy paste the prompt that I just showed, and I'm also going to click on DeepSearch so that it knows that it has to do the deep. And now let's see what's going to happen. So it says thinking 3 seconds, 10 sources, researching malware classification. It's giving it's going through a lot of papers. It's really nice to see. One thing I like about the experience is that the UI is so nice, right? It gives you a good feel to it, and like I said, only Claude Sonnet had a similar feeling when I used to use it. So in that way, this also has a nice. So it's so far thought for 38 seconds, 40 seconds, and it's gone through quite a lot of sources, 64 sources. And this is really useful for me, because I'm actually interested in knowing about how my work has kind of been. This was in 2011, right? So almost it's going to be 15 years since that. So it'll be interesting to see. Completed. So it just took 1 minute 5 seconds to do this. Imagine if I wanted to take. If I didn't have this technology, and if I wanted to do something like this, could take me maybe days or hours, kind of. Definitely not this one. So that's where we are today. It's just a. So let's see what it says. I'm going to go through slow because I want to see It's gone through 88 web pages. Keep research suggests image processing for malware classification started with Nutrod and all in 2011. Okay, so it was able to kind of backtrack it to me, track it back to me rather. That's nice. That's great. Me as in my co-authors and all the others. It seems likely that the key papers include works by Natraj, 2011, Kalash, 2018, 2019, Singh, and a few others, 2020, focusing on advanced classification methods. The evidence leans towards this technology being used in research with potential but unclear commercial applications in antivirus software. That's kind of expected in some ways. The number of patents is uncertain, possibly existing but not widely documented. I wouldn't say this is completely true. I myself filed a couple of patents, and I've also known a few other patents as well. So origins and evolution, image processing for malware classification began with Nutraj and all's 2011 paper, which visualized malware as images for classifications. Since then, the field has evolved, incorporating deep learning techniques like convolution neural networks, transfer learning, and ensemble methods to improve accuracy and efficiency. This is amazing. I remember trying something like this maybe a year back when ChatGPT was still maybe 3.5 or something, and I didn't really get good results. In fact, it was hallucinating at that time. I haven't tried now, but I'm happy with what this is giving. So current use in commercial applications is used in academic research. And while some commercial antivirus like Norton or Kaspersky may use similar methods, specific use of image-based classification isn't publicly detailed. It's suggesting it's not a mainstream commercial applications. The number of patents is unclear with no specific counts found. That is also interesting. I probably need to check back on this because I myself have one patent. Maybe not. It's a little bit of signal processing as well, but that anyways. Detailed report on image processing based malware classification. Reports provides an in-depth analysis of image processing based malware classification. And it says origin and seminal papers. Again, it describes the paper that I had. So it got really perfectly, like kind of. That's pretty cool. So it's also listing, and I asked a table with 5 key papers, right? Look at this. I mean, how it's amazingly rendered. Just 5 papers, the key papers. It's also said like, okay, so this is the first time I'm seeing something which is not correct. Like it says ACM SIGGRAPH 2011 poster. So that is not correct. This was in visualization for security, cyber security, WISSEC 2011. So okay, so it's not completely off mistakes. So that's something which is interesting. So this is also true. Recent trends include the use of transfer learning from models like VGG16 and ResNet. So yeah, what happened was when I proposed the deep learning, this was in 2010, 2011, right? So deep learning had not taken off and so I used non-deep learning methods, but on image. And then when deep learning took off, one of the main like I think it took off mainly on images and then also on other fields. So what happened? A lot of people wanted to try, since the images was pretty easy to try. They just wanted to try it on the image data set that we had in the paper. So in that way, like it was easy to kind of do transfer learning on images, and then also like, or even just plain vanilla like CNNs, and compare it with the non-deep learning based method. So in that way, like it could get nice results. Current usage as of February 25th, 2025, amazing. It's able to get today's. Is predominantly used in academic and research. Is employed to test and develop Malimage and Microsoft. That is all. These are all absolutely correct ones. Because the 2 data sets are the Malimage, the one that I use, and the Microsoft malware classification chat. Commercial application. It talks something about Kaspersky and Norton, machine learning and deep learning reviews on safety detectives, but specific mentions of image-based or app. So that's a good one. Patents. So it doesn't say much about patents. And then conclusion has evolved from a novel visualization technique to a robust deep learning application. This is amazing. This is perfect because, like I mentioned, at that time we did not have deep learning, but it has kind of evolved into deep learning application. So that's something very nice to know about this whole kind of. And then this is just a starting, right? I could probably like keep doing this more and more. Maybe researching more and more, and then I would probably like it. So that was a really nice experience to kind of know how my paper and my research has kind of evolved over the past say like 15 years or so. So and just within a minute, right? All it took was a minute. And like I mentioned, if I was doing Google search, this would probably take quite a long time, maybe like days to weeks even, to get some report like this. So that's nice. So let's go to the next challenge. So this is going to be a quick one. It is February 25th, 2025. The Champions Trophy cricket is going on. So I just want to ask like what is the latest update? And also wanted to kind of ask it in the form of a press article, right? Let's see what it says. Like I said, like I have not tried this before, so I myself don't know. Let's see. It'll be interesting if it's able to get today's. I'm considering whether it's a cricket or so it's able to find that it's cricket. I purposely did not put cricket there. I just said Champions Trophy or ICC kind of those. So yeah, it's able to get a lot of things. As of February 25, New Zealand and India have qualified for the semi-finals with Group A. I think that's and still some of the league matches are going on. Afghanistan versus England is on February 25th. So it's nice how it says Group B qualifying match date. It also it breaks it up into a lot of here. Let me see what happens when I expand this. So this is even giving you an expanded kind of the same thing. So this has thought longer. It took 1 minute 31 seconds, probably because more matches, more teams, and it's trying to process the information. Okay, it says completed. What does this do? Okay, this is interesting. If I click on these three stripes here, the thoughts are all the thoughts are even more detailed. So the user's question is, what is happening in the Champions Trophy as of today? So it says, first I need to understand what the Champion Trophy is. I think it's a cricket tournament, but I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it's for football. Okay. And then, oh wait, I recall there is a cricket tournament called the ICC Champions Trophy. Let me confirm that. Interesting. Yes, that's great. This is like, I almost get the DeepSeek feeling when people saw DeepSeek thinking for the first time, and then it was doing all of these aha moments kind of a thing. Oh wait, all of those kinds of things. So that was pretty cool. So this is super long. It's like amazing. Wow. Can't imagine all the tokens and everything is generated only for thoughts. So I'll close this and I'm coming here. Key points. New Zealand and India qualified. That's what I think. And Group B, South Africa vying to, and Africa and Australia vying for the two semi-final spots. The final group match between Australia and South Africa will decide on February 26th. Will decide. Okay. Group A would be. And then it talks about Afghanistan. With India's matches being played in Dubai due to security concerns. Yeah, that's true. And so how it's interesting saying that adding a layer of geopolitical complexity to the tournament. So it's very careful in wording. So that's interesting. So yeah, basically yeah, I think got most of it right. I don't think I should go and actually verify this because I think it does look right. So yeah, that's a quick and not quick, but still a good summary in a short period of time. So the next deep search prompt is going to be very interesting. So this is about religious events and like kind of something which is about is going on right now. I think it's going to get over today or tomorrow. So what I would want to try here is that I wanted to first ask about Kumbh Mela. Tomorrow it's Mahashivaratri getting over. So I also want to say that if I want to plan a trip from Bengaluru to Prayagraj, what the flight rates would be if I fly to Varanasi and or Ayodhya and then take a cab, how much that would save and things. The reason why I'm looking at this because some relatives of mine they actually did that. Instead of flying directly to Prayagraj, which is the main place for Kumbh Mela, what they did was, and then the airfares were super expensive. So what they did was they went to I think either Varanasi and then took a cab from there. So I'm pretty sure lots of people would have tried other kinds of things. So I mean, the second part of the questions, you could also think that it could be a thinking also. But anyways, I want to see what it gives. What I'm trying to say is that the first part could be like a deep search one. It's going to deep search and research and say. The second part could actually just be a thinking one. It may not be a deep search one, but it could also do a deep search and give you all the different comparisons. So let's see. There's a lot there. Wow. Browsing special events on Mahashivaratri. For some reason, I think this is going to take a long time, even longer than the previous one. So it's trying to compare the taxi rates now and kind of see. So it's now comparing the different flight options if you fly to Ayodhya, Varanasi, kind of things like that. And this is still thinking mode. So just remember that. So like I expected, it's gone up beyond. It's gone to like 2 minutes now. Completed. 2 minutes. That's not bad. Again, I actually don't know the answer to this, so I'm and I probably don't want to even go and verify it further. So, but I would like to see what it says. Okay, it says January 13th and ends today, February 26th. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Bang on. Coinciding with Mahashivratri. Flight rates from Bangalore to Prayagraj from 6,000 to 12,000, while Varanasi 5,000. So this may, I mean, I haven't checked this for today or before, but what I heard was that, so you can see that 6,000 to 12,000, 5,000, 6,000, 4,000. Yeah, maybe. It's just that the price ranges for, I think the ratio is similar, but the range was a little bit more. Instead of 6,000, 12,000, it would have been like 20,000 to 30,000 or something. And while the Varanasi area would be slightly lesser. So taxi fares are 2,000 one way, 3,000. Again, I have not verified this, but just want to see what it can give. So flight rates. So it's again comparing the flight rates. This option will save on airfare, but additional taxi cost needs consideration. So yeah, that is true. Accommodation. So here it says 1,500 to 1 lakh, 100,000. 1 lakh per night, higher during peak. Whereas in Varanasi, yes, it's cheaper. I've heard the same thing. It's not very costly. So special note on Mahashivratri, the concluding day. Special rituals, specific events detailed beyond increased activity. So then it's going and giving even more detail. I think like I asked it to inform some reports, so it's giving a little bit more detail. Travel planning, flight rates, taxi fares, accommodation. I think if I remember, I asked it in the form of like a press article or something like that, right? Or maybe not, but at least like a little bit detail. So it's giving some nice details. So it is actually like repeating some things. So I saw that unexpected detailed impact of Mahashivratri, but I think it gave it mentioned this again here, but special note, maybe not as unexpected. So, and yeah, it's done a good job. I'm happy with what it just gave right now. So I'm going to go to the next one for Grok 3. The next challenge for Grok 3, deep research. So this is going to be really interesting. Again, I've not tried this out, but it's very important as well. So this is for market and competitor research. So I'm going to say I need a market research analysis for the product. I just picked it in random, Adobe Express, because I use it at least. So give me a table with the main competitors along with the pricing details. Explain if inflation and foreign exchange affects the product globally. Also research on ease of financial transaction and monthly subscriptions. Finally, with the new AI tools for video content creation and editing, can they disrupt Adobe Express? So yeah, let's see if I copy this, and then I'm going to go to Grok and I'm going to start a new chat. I'm sharing this. Once in a while, it's good to check if you're sharing the right tab. So I'm going to paste this and I'm going to say deep research. Deep search, start thinking. I mean, these kinds of things are really important in companies. If you have a product and if you'd like to know about the competitors, the pricing, the market research and things like that. Yep, it's taking its time. Okay, completed. One thing I like is that, yes, it does take its time, but doesn't take too long. So you've seen 2 minutes, maybe the longest so far. But Adobe Express competes with tools like Canva, Trello, Visme, and PictoChart with pricing ranging from $9.99 to $29.99. Inflation and foreign exchange likely affect global pricing and customer affordability. So that's true, right? Like, I mean, I'm in India, so if something is like say $9.99, which would roughly be like 800 rupees, that's a little that would be on the little higher side for me. Which if I mean, me as in like that's how generally many people think here. Instead of that, if it's just going to be like half of that, then maybe like I could talk about things and so on. So you can see that this is really important, right? So monthly subscriptions are easy with standard payment methods, and cancellation terms are typical for software services. The new AI video tools, OneMay, ML, Pictory, may challenge Adobe Express. So this is very interesting, right? Because I think like Adobe has a great tool, a great set of features. But when I try on some new tools once in a while, I'm like, oh, I could use his tool, his thing as well. So that's one nice thing. Competitor analysis. Adobe Express is a versatile tool for creating and editing visual content, including graphics. So it says Canva Pro, Trello Pro, Visme Pro, PictoChart. So one thing, it's interesting, right? It's many of them are the similar price range, except maybe Visme Pro. So these competitors provide similar functionalities, but Adobe Express stands out with this integration of Adobe Firefly AI feature. So that's interesting. So now it goes to economic factors. So disruptions from AI video tools. That is interesting. Talking about HeyGen, Pika Labs, and yeah, so Adobe just acknowledges it and hoping that it will kind of so now it says survey note, comprehensive market and competitor analysis for Adobe Express. So this is more like a nice article kind of a thing. So yeah, it's pretty detailed. So yeah, this is a very good response. What you got so far? Hey, so the next one is going to be one of my favorites. So today we have a lot of large language models out there and a lot of AI models out there, and it's hard to say which one is better. And in fact, like today, Grok 3 is saying it's the smartest, and even Cloud Sonnet 3.7 has come out. So we're going to put this to test, and we're going to use Grok 3 for that, right? So I'm going to ask Grok 3 for a report comparing the different large language models out there, right? So like, I mean, rather than us like thinking about which model is good and which model is better, and let AI do the job, right? That's why we have these AI models for. So what my prompt is going to be is, so I'm going to ask, give me a detailed comparative analysis on the different prominent large language models out there today. Here are the ones that I'm aware of: ChatGPT, Claude, Llama, Grok, DeepSeek, Gemini, Grok, Mistral, Quen, Nematron, Tulu, Krithrim, Sarvam, Chatsutram, and many more. And I may have missed a few, or may have gotten a few wrong. Show me a comparative report with tables showing how these methods compare against each other, if they are open source, multimodal, paid, require API, etc. So this is going to be my prompt to Grok 3, and let's see what it does. Let's see the magic. I mean, I'm not done this before. I'm really hoping it's going to do a good job. And also, like, this is a very practical issue, right? Like there are so many AI benchmarks, AI channels, and YouTube influencers. All of them are doing something like similar to this. Like I mean, in fact, even I'm also doing benchmarking of large language models and so on. So it'll be great if AI itself, based on the current information it has on all these large language models, can draw out a comparative analysis, like kind of. So let's see. We'll start for like 48 seconds now, and about 103 sources. That's amazing. I think I use the ones that I'm aware of. I'm not. Maybe there are also ones that I'm not aware of. So if anybody knows some other large language models, do put it in the comments. Okay, this is funny. Grok Q is a platform, not an LLM. So it excluded from the final table. There were like issues between Grok and Grok with the K and Grok with the Q. So it's interesting. What is going on? Is it complete? It's aborted. Why did it abort? That is strange. I never thought that would continue. I don't know what to do if it's aborts. Usually in other large language models it would say continue. So let me do the same thing. I mean, it was doing a decent enough job. Something went wrong. Try again. I have no idea. So how do I even try again? Like do I open a new prompt or restart? Okay, restart maybe worked. I was thinking if I had to like do the whole thing again. So it's talking about Gemini, Nematron. Did I have Gemini in the list? I hope I did. Yeah, I do have Gemini. Okay, so there are also web pages which talk about comparison of LLMs. Okay, finally completed. So it took probably 2 minutes, including the previous one. So here it is. Key points. Research suggests. Okay, let me see. Research suggests that prominent LLMs like GPT-4o, Claude 3.5 Sonnet, and Llama 3 vary in openness, and it's likely that most large language models are text only, but models like GPT-4o and Gemini 1.5 Pro offer multimodal capabilities. So all listed LLMs provide API access. Interesting. Ensuring, which is crucial for developers. Okay, so it's for the saying large language models are advanced AI systems designed for understanding and generating human-like text. So it talks about all the different ones. Yeah. One interesting thing, I said Chat Sutra, so it's able to name it as Sutra. I think Chat, if I remember correctly, Chat Sutra is the place where you go and chat with the LLM, but Sutra is the correct name. So I'm glad that it was able to get that. This is by a company called 2AI. So model comparison. The following table summarizes the key attributes of large language models, including parameter size, open source status, and so on. So let's see. I can see that the table is a little, I cannot see the full table here. GPT-4o, it's not open source, multimodal, yes. Usage type free with limitations. Claude 3.5. It says parameter size unknown. That is true. Okay. Llama 3 text only. So Llama also has a vision, but I think it's called Llama 2 vision. It's Llama 3 vision. So Grok 3 text only. DeepSeek R1 text only. So this is a little strange because I think that some of these also offer multimodal capabilities. You can also upload images. So it's not fully right, like, because I remember like uploading an image to R1. It's not a purely an image-based thing. It does OCR and then does it, but still. So Gemini 1.5 Pro, yes. And then it also says Mistral Large. And then it says that this has a research license. So that's interesting. Quen, Alibaba, Nematron, and yeah, Quen also has a vision model. But yeah, since this is talking about Quen 2.5, 72B is only text. Tulu is from AI2. Krithram is from Ola Krithram, text and voice. Sarvam AI, text only. Sutra 2 AI, so it is able to get this. Not specified, no, and then so on. Okay, the table is here. Okay, I don't need to like zoom out. So they have that's nice, right? They have this kind of bar for most of the table. And API available. It says all of these API is available. So let me see. OpenAI. Let me check the ones that I know of. So yeah. I think all of these I know that API is available. Google, Mistral, Alibaba, NVIDIA, AI2, Ola Krithram, Sarvam. I think so. I have not checked, but maybe 2AI also. That's good to know. I mean, this is the kind of information that we would want to kind of quickly know or have, right? So, and interestingly, Grok, GROQ, is identified as a platform for running large language models, not an LLM itself, thus excluded from the table. It hosts various models like Llama 2 and Mistral, which are included in the list if mentioned separately. That is true, from what I remember. So that's nice that I was able to like get that. Survey note: detailed comparative analysis of prominent large language models. Wow. Okay. So whatever I saw till now is not. It's just like a trailer. Now comes the main picture, you can say. So again, it's talks about the same thing. So this is probably a more detailed version of what we saw before. So background and context. So very similar table, and I'm not going to go through this since we just went through this. Okay, so what is different from the previous version is that previously what you saw is that now it has detailed model insights. So it talks about GPT-4o, OpenAI, Claude Sonnet 3.5, Anthropic, Llama 3 Meta, Grok 3 from XAI. So I'm glad to see that it's able to know the version right now. It's Grok 3. It doesn't go to Grok 2 or something. It did not get Claude 3.7 Sonnet though. It just came a day before, or less than a day. So that's fine though. And Gemini 1.5 Pro. And Gemini also has 2.0 now, so that's also there. So then Mistral, Quen 2.5, Nematron, Tulu, Krithram, Sarvam, Sutra, and so on. So additional considerations: parameter size. Large language models like DeepSeek 1 and Nematron offer advanced capabilities but require significant computational resources, while smaller models like Sarvam 1-2 billion are more accessible for local deployment. That's a very important point. I mean, like it's almost impossible to kind of access these big models unless one possible way is to go to the NIM website. NIMS offers some experience. You can experience these AI models, although it goes through some optimizations like NVIDIA's TensorRT, but that's still good enough compared to like what you cannot do with such a big model. So open source debate, that is interesting. The open source status, especially for models like Mistral Large, under research licenses reflect ongoing discussions about accessibility versus commercial control. I'm interested in seeing what it says about Tulu, because if I remember Tulu, okay, open source with parameter sizes up to 65 billion, text to use, free to use. Okay, that is interesting because I've not verified this, but I remember like watching a video recently. They said Tulu is completely open source. So yeah, it does fall under the open source in this table. That is nice. Tulu is from Allen AI or AI2, I think by Paul Allen. So that's the thing which I think the world needs more of these the research labs or research institutes, which is mainly doing just fundamental and applied research. I mean, I'm hoping or believing that like labs like AI2 are kind of they don't have to worry about the competition or commercial success of what they do, but rather they can go and research on like some really important questions and solutions and problems out there. So I think the world needs more such labs, is my personal opinion. So that's, anyways. Yeah, so additional considerations. Yeah, so open source debate, and then key citations. It has some really interesting ones. It says about like what are the 2025 large language model statistics and so on. So many information about Grok, which it decided to exclude from the table, GROQ. And wow, this is amazing, right? Just look at how many like articles are here. Just, I mean, there's I don't want to like kind of let me just check one of the link if it works or not. It's always important to check, right? 2AI launched Chat Sutra, which helps users communicate in different languages. So if I go to this link here, so it is the correct link. It is from India AI, and it is exactly what it stated. 2AI launched Chat Sutra. That's really cool. Kind of the reason why this is important is because if you remember, like I remember like going through links in ChatGPT. It'll give you a link, but that link will be completely wrong. This was maybe a year back, and then wonder if things have improved by now, but kind of. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's pretty amazing. So this is the whole deep research it did on all these large language models. One thing it did not do, maybe I asked for it, it did not do, is I said this is the list that I know of, and also if you know of any models which I missed, do talk about them. So it has not talked about any models that I missed or I don't know of, and it not even I don't think it even mentioned it in any of the places. It's just basically whatever I gave it just did all of that, which is still good. But what if I don't know a certain large language models, like for example, I remember like from China there are a few more models that are being out there. I just don't remember those names. Maybe like, I don't know if it's Tencent or a few other labs. But yeah, like I think like I whatever I remembered, I just put out there. But overall, definitely so far, as with all the other ones out there, this has been really impressive. So I cannot disagree with that. So we just went through a detailed comparison of the different large language models out there by Grok 3, and it did an amazing job in like describing what's the difference between these different large language models. So we're going to continue on similar lines. So and try also like trying to compare more models out there. So this is what Grok gave for the comparison of the different large language models. Detailed comparative analysis of prominent large language models, and it put out a nice table, and also like said what is the which company it's from, what is the parameter size, the open source, multimodal nature, the usage type, and so on. So, and it also gave some points and links for all of these things. So I'm going to continue on similar lines, but what I'm going to do is this time it's slightly more specific. So, and I've been wanting to know this for a long time myself. So I would like to know about the different stable diffusion text to image models. There are so many versions and I'm confused. Provide a detailed comparative assessment where and how can I access these models. So this is like, I mean, I've been following Stable Diffusion. It is amazing. The pictures that it gives are amazing. It's really awesome. But the thing is that it has so many different variants, the numbers, and all of those things, right? So yeah, sometimes it's more of a trial and error, but it'll also be good if I can have like a nice comparative analysis quickly to know which ones to use. So let me show you how, again, like to kind of go to Grok 3, how to like start a new one. So I click on a new chat here so that this is not confused with the older one. So I see that I've clicked on deep search, deep search here, so that it's gonna be a deep search article. So I'm copying the prompt. I would like to know about the different stable diffusion text to image models. There are so many versions, I'm confused. Provide a detailed comparative assessment. Where and how can I access these models? So then deep search does its amazing magic. So we wait for some time. So it's gone through about 27 sources so far. 28 seconds have passed. Wow, that was fast. It completed pretty soon. I think it. Let me see. My gut feeling says it missed a few. Let's see. 36 web pages. Okay, it did not. Maybe. Okay. It seems likely that stable diffusion has multiple versions, including 1.x, 2.x, XL, Cascade, and 3x. Yes, that is exactly my problem. Too many, and no idea which one to use for what. I mean, maybe if I go in and read, I'll probably know. But then again, research suggests that 3.5 released in October 2024 is the most advanced, offering improved image quality in multiple subject prompts. Yeah, I mean that's what I like about, say, things like OpenAI or even Llama. It's like or even Grok. It's like when Grok 3 comes, people stop using Grok 2, right? In the same way, like if I think GPT, advanced GPT comes, like you are going to stop using the previous ones. I think it would be nice if you have some very clear knowledge in that area. Like, so direct answer. So what is this? Key points. Okay, first it says the key points, then direct answer. Stable diffusion is a popular AI model for generating images from text. It has several versions. So 1.x, good for artistic styles, with a resolution of 512 by 512. 2.x, with a resolution up to 768 by 768. XL, and this used to be very popular. It used to be called SDXL. That's for high resolution images of 1024, 1024. And then Cascade. Wow, I never knew that there was a model called Cascade, efficient and fast, suitable for users with limited hardware, and also offers 1024 by 1024. Then Stable Diffusion 3.5, October. This was the latest one released in October 2024. So this is supposed to be the best, the latest one out there. For general use, 3.5, Stable Diffusion 3.5 is likely the best, but 1.5 might still suit artistic projects. This is what I wanted to know, like which ones to kind of use for different cases. I tried a few of them myself, and they were all good, but I was not sure which ones are better. Like kind of accessing the models, you can access them through Hugging Face, and then also check Hugging Face for fine-tuned versions. To use them, you'll need compatible software like diffusers. Oh, interesting. So they're referring to the. My guess is they're referring to the diffusers from library from Hugging Face. I think pip install diffusers or something like that, and that has all of these different versions, and you could do it if you have good GPU. You could do it less locally, and it also has open web UI. Sometimes they call it, I think, open web UI, and I'm guessing or hoping that it's referring to the same thing. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask it like, can you tell me a little bit more on this, and ensure your computer has enough power, especially for large language models like Excel. So okay, so now the direct answer. Now comes the survey node. Wow. Okay, so this is going to be even more detailed. Survey node, detailed comparative assessment of stable diffusion text to image models. So it's probably gonna. Now it talks about some of the technical details also. Originated from latent diffusion project by researchers at Ludwig Maximilian University and Heidelberg University. So, I don't know if this is true, but yeah. It marked a shift from proprietary models like DALI by being accessible locally, trained on datasets like Lion 5 billion. It's one of the standard datasets that's used in AI. So this talks a little bit more. 2.x, Stable Diffusion 1.x series, 2.x series, and then Stable Diffusion XL. It's like it also says approximately 2.6 billion. That's interesting. Stable Cascade. Wow, that's nice. Stable Diffusion 3.x, and then recommended for users seeking the latest advancements suitable for complex, high-quality image generation. That's nice. Yeah. And community models, an additional layer. Beyond official models, numerous community-created models are fine-tuned from these bases on platforms like Hugging Face and so on. So include anything V3 for anime stuff. Nice. I'm a huge anime fan, as you know. So with they're also stable diffusion checkpoints with sites like Civit AI also hosting a variety. Okay, so let's go further. So now this is a nice table which summarizes the same information, really useful. And this one also talks about the text encoder. That's also really interesting. That it has like initially it was clip and open clip, and then not sure what is this encoder, but then transformers and so on. So accessibility methods. So it again talks about Hugging Face. So one thing I do know is that I think it's also accessible via the Stability AI API. So I don't know why it's always only showing the Hugging Face and also the other ones. For those avoiding local setup, platforms like Dream Studio offer access to latest models with credits, as noted as Stability AI. So why did it miss the Stability API? I use the API, which is pretty standard, easy to use. You just need from Stability AI's website itself, and it is pretty easy to use. You just have to sign up for you have pay somewhat and sign up for an API. And I've been able to generate a lot of images that way. So I'm gonna say, can you help with more info on? So I think my guess is that this is gonna be like Hugging Face's diffusers library, and this is the Stable Diffusion Web UI. I think this could be the Open Web UI. But let's ask it if that's what it meant. Okay, diffusers is a Python library, so yeah, it got that part right. So that's what my guess was. So this is also DeepSearch is going on, really. Key points, versions. So it says so this is what it does. Okay, so since I think this is what is happening. So since I asked a follow-up questions, compatible software diffusers. So this is where it actually starts. So it's continuing from the same part. So Stable Diffusion Web UI. Is install git and thing. So it's again kind of redoing the whole article. So I guess I should not have asked for deep search in this one. Maybe let me ask the pointed question. What about stability accessing Stability AI API? So now I purposely turned off deep search so that it's not going to write me another article. So let me see if this gives me a short answer rather than the full deep search one. If you're looking at stability, here's a straightforward breakdown based. Wow. Okay. As of February 26, 2025. The Stability AI Developer Platform API provides a way to tap into Stable Diffusion models and all of that. So how to access the API? Yeah, platform.stability.ai. Understand the credits, how many credits are there, so the basic usage and available models, and so on. So this is what I was hoping to also be part of the full answer there, because for example, this is what I use and it works really well. Like just need an API and you can generate images. And yeah, it's strange that why this information was not there in the top, in the original answer. But I'm glad that it's all. If you ask for it, it's also basically like giving the Stability AI API details. So let's go to the next one. So the next one is going to be on scientific programs. So I was part of a program called the DARPA's Media Forensics Metaphor program, which was investigating detecting deep fakes and manipulated media a while back. So a few years back, and I was part of a team as a co-principal investigator or co-PI, and we were in the program for about 4 years, and then was able to do a lot of awesome research work, publish papers, patents, and then so on. So so this program is over now, but it'll be interesting to know, and I do have first-hand information about this program. But it'll also be interesting to know how this program, if somebody wants to know about this program, what can they ask for, and how this program has evolved since then. So this could be some practical, real-time research if somebody wants to know about these kinds of research, right? So I'm back in Grok, and I'm going to do deep search on this. So I said, provide detailed report of the DARPA Media Forensics Metaphor program, which focused on detecting digitally manipulated media and deepfakes. How long did the program run for? how much money was invested. Provide a list of the teams that participated in tables as universities, industries, small businesses, startups, government labs, and other organizations. So this would help in knowing like about the how the program was done and kind of how it has evolved now. So let's wait and see. So it took about 1 minute and 18 seconds. It went through like 50 sources. So let's see what it's got. So the key points, it ran from 2016 2020. That's more or less right at 21. Funding amount isn't publicly specified. Interesting. Seems to be a larger DARPA investment. So with estimates around $68 million for over 2 years. Okay. So one interesting thing, it's saying that participating teams included universities like University of Notre Dame, Purdue, plus research institutes like SRI International. No industry, small businesses, startups, or government labs were directly mentioned. That is not true. So I can at least give a few examples here. And program overview, detecting deepfakes, duration and funding. And 4 to 5 years, 68 million, and it lists some of the universities at least. Unexpected detail. Interestingly, the program included international collaborations with universities from Brazil or Italy. That is very true, especially given that this was DARPA, which is like a defense organization, like kind of a thing. And a lot of people are surprised. Most people thought that this would only be U.S. universities and U.S. But we did have international collaboration, which is really amazing. We also had like from Europe, like Italy, and also from Brazil, and basically it was able to get whatever it's saying, that's the real one. So that's good in to know in that way. So then what it's saying is that survey notes. So now comes the detailed report. So including deepfakes, part of detecting deepfakes, and then program objectives and context. So launched to counter the rising threat of manipulated visual media. So it's got probably got all of these from the Metaphor website. And then it says timeline and funding details. So it's not able to get it fully. So universities, University of, I don't think this is the full list of universities. This is only a small list. Research institutes, like it had SRI, no startups, no government labs, no other organization. That is very surprising. There was NIST, National Institute of Standards and Technology, I guess. So they were one of the key partners in kind of evaluations. So that is already wrong. Okay, there is evaluated by NIST. So they're also a team. And my previous the previous place where I worked was called Maya Chitra. So we were also one of them. And then there was also UC Riverside, and then a few other places. So yeah, so it did get some aspect right, but not the whole aspect. So it specifically, it very confidently also said that there are no small businesses and no startups involved, which I think is not true. Because like, I mean, I know it's not true. So that's the other thing. So just as a comparison, right? So what I wanted to show is that I think I asked more or less the same question, maybe the prompt maybe slightly different. Maybe I can try the same prompt again. And this is so ChatGPT, going by the competition, ChatGPT just introduced deep research from them. You can see the deep research button here, and now it's available for all Plus members. So luckily I have Plus. So I asked it to give me a detailed report on the DARPA Media Forensic Project, and then gave it this whole thing. And it took a while, maybe a few minutes, definitely. But this is the most. It even asked me what I would like to know from this historical participation and other things like that. So it gave me a really amazing, like very accurate answer. So this is from the proposal, which looked into detection, localization, integrity reasoning, and so on. And then the methodologies, it also goes deep into the what kind of forensics that you're looking into, like pixel level, and also deep learning and multimodal, and so on, and rigorous evaluation. So NIST, so this is what I was telling you, right? Every year we have evaluations, the MFC challenge, the Media Forensics Challenge. So this was like a tough one. So, and luckily I was, for 2 years, I think we were the top #1 team in some challenges in comparison to the other teams. So the first deepfake, Notably, metaphor teams pioneered some of the first deep fake detection techniques. That is true, kind of. I remember that the term deepfake itself came as like a weekly challenge or something like that, and then slowly like people started working on it. So industry and research organizations. So this one is a more number of universities listed here, as you can see, and these are all the correct list. I can definitely vouch for that. And industry and research organizations, SRI, Kitware, and yeah, the Kitware was also there. Power Government Systems was there. AFRL was the contractor, and then maybe the Warfare Center, China Lake also was there. So Maya Chitra, small businesses, this is where I worked before. This is also there. And 4 and 6 technology by Professor Hani Farid also was a licensor, and TruePic as well. So it also said international partners. That is very interesting, right? Like from Italy and Brazil. So one team was fully just from Italy, like international. Like no, not even. I don't think they had any collaborations with any US team. That was really interesting. Publications and patents output. So it has a large thing here and rich scientific output. Top highly cited papers. So it's actually bringing up the cited works here. So number 4 is. I'm happy to say that this is mine, although it got this wrong. It's not IEEE WIFS, but this was in a different conference. Detecting GAN-generated fake images using co-occurrence matrices, and this is correct. TIB 2019. This is also, I was a co-author in this, and a few other ones as well. Yeah, that's very nice. So I just wanted to show what ChatGPT could give, it seems that this was a tough challenge for Grok, and it probably missed a lot in this one. So yeah, I guess sometimes even for Grok 3 it happens, right? Sometimes it happens. So next we're going to target requests for proposals, or RFPs. So India AI mission has been having a proposal on call for proposals on building foundational models for India. I'm aware of the link and the other information, but I'm just going to say that to Grok 3 that India AI mission has a call for proposals on building foundational AI models. Give me a detailed report on this. When is the deadline? Who are eligible to reply? And then I'm going to click search. So I'm not even mentioned about any links, when the deadline is, and then how many proposals and all of those things. So let's see if it's able to like get it. And this is a kind of so the deadline is not strict, but it's going to be like 15th of every month for a period of few months, and then I think like they also have a rolling proposals. So let's see what it says. It's still going on. It's in more than 1 minute. Okay, it's done. So key points. The deadline for India AI's mission call for proposals is on a rolling basis. Perfect. Absolutely amazing. With submissions accepted on the 15th of each month from February to July 2025. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. This is what I remember reading from the proposals as well. So includes startups, researchers, academics, private enterprises, consortia. Absolutely. This also again spot on, because this is one of the very few open-ended proposals that I've seen. I was kind of and if things look good, I'm hoping to submit one too. Let's see how things go. And like this is like they were very open, such that they want to encourage submissions from different, even independent researchers, and then they will try to see if things can be worked out. So this is brilliant, and it's you say March 15th, April 15th, May 15th, June 15th. Amazing, totally amazing. Eligibility, so again the same thing. Unexpected detail. So an interesting aspect is that while applicants can monetize their developed models, the government retains the right to use these for. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's also true. So somebody asked this questions in one of the calls, so that was also true. So now this talks about the India AI mission. Comprehensive report on India AI missions calls for proposal for foundational AI models. So it talks about some of the, I think these are all from the main website. What are all the different initiatives under India AI mission? So this one is talking about the actual proposal. So it also says horizontal and vertical. That's also true. And then also talking about other details. Okay, perfect. It has large language models, small language models, and large multimodal models as well. So all of this is true. So yeah, again, we talked about this. So I think yeah, it's done a good job. I think this is exactly like what I mean, I'm aware of some of the details, but so I guess it basically whatever it got it like perfectly. So awesome. So the next one is going to be something which I really like exploring. So there's no, it's this is on culture, Indian culture, Hindu culture to an extent. So this is going to be, I would guess, say a question which I myself am just learned across the years through the internet and through interaction between cultures and things like that. So in the months of March and April, many states in India and culture celebrate different versions of lunar and solar New Year's. So can you help me understand this better in a descriptive way? So just to give some context, so what I'm aware of is that sometime in March, I think a few states like say Karnataka, Andhra, Telangana, like basically Kannada, Telugu population, and a few other states also, I'm guessing, they celebrate New Year. They call it Ugadi or Yugadi sometimes. And then in the middle of April, almost constant date, April 14th or 15th, that's when like a lot of states like Tamil Nadu, then West Bengal, maybe in Punjab, maybe in Maharashtra, and a few other states celebrate New Year on that day. So this is like very close. One is the first one follows the lunar calendar, and the second one follows the solar calendar. Oops, something went wrong. So let me see. So and I want to see if Grok can actually like get that. So let's try this again. Okay, this time we'll go around. Yeah, I guess even Gudi Padwa is there. A few other things. The Hindu calendar is lunisolar. Very interesting. So as I was saying, Bengali also falls on April 14th or 15th. Uttand is Tamil New Year. It also falls on the similar time. It's completed basically. So let's see what it has. So during March and April, many states, Indian states and culture celebrate New Year based on lunar, lunisolar, or solar calendars reflecting diverse traditions. It seems likely that the lunisolar New Years like Ugadi and Gudi Padwa occur in late March or early April, while solar New Years like Puthandu and Vishu are on April 14th and 15th. Research suggests these celebrations involves feast rituals, cultural events varies by region, and with some like Baisakhi also marking harvest festivals. So lunar and lunisolar New Year's. So it says Ugadi celebrated in Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, and then and they make a dish. Gudi Padwa observed in Maharashtra and Goa, hoisting a Gudi flag and festive meals. Losar, Tibetan New Year. Interesting. See, this is a thing which you may not know, right? I'm from South India, Tamil Nadu, so I have no idea that Tibetan New Year in Ladakh also falls on the same time. And Sikkim, usually in February or March, with prayers and cultural performances. And what is this? Sajibu Cheiroba, I hope I didn't mispronounce this. Meitei New Year in Manipur. Wow. In April with rituals and feasts. Interesting. So, then solar New Year's. Based on solar calendars, these New Year's align with the solar year start around mid-April. So this includes Pohela Boishok, Bengali New Year on April 14th or 15th, and Putthandu, Tamil New Year on April 14th or 15th, and Vishu, wonder what's the Kani ritual? Vishu Malayalam New Year with the Vishu Kani ritual for good luck. So I think, I don't know, maybe I'll ask it, what is the Kani tray? I'm guessing that this is the one which early in the morning you have a tray with fruits, maybe fruits and flower and maybe mirror and a few other things. So let's see if that's what it means. Bohag, Bihu, Assamese New Year, Harvest Festival, Dance and Feast, Baisakhi. So like I said, Assamese, Baisakhi, then Sankaranti, Odia Sankaranti, so also Orissa also. And Maithili New Year's in Bihar and Jharkhand, also April 14th and 15th. This is amazing. You can see how many states here all celebrate on April 14th and 15th, and before that, like March, during the time of March, how many states celebrate that. So for the April 14th and 15th, it's like West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and Assam, Punjab, Odisha, and also Bihar, Jharkhand. So if you can draw out the states, that's like an amazing visualization. So then, oh, okay, and now it's going to give even more a comprehensive survey. So I'm not going to go over this completely, but this is pretty detailed. Losar, Tibetan, Sajibu, okay. Basically, like it's whatever it said before, it's kind of expanded this more. Okay, this is what the Kani tray is. Okay. Households clean up, prepare the Kani tray with fruits, mango, banana, jackfruit, beetle leaves, ariak, and flowers, and a mirror. Wow, your first thing in the morning for prosperity, temple service. Okay. So, Chitra Tiruvira was also there. So, yeah, this is what I was guessing as well. Somewhere I read that even the Persian New Year is similar, although on a different date. So, I guess this is the same thing with Vishu also. Auspicious items like fruits, flowers, and coins in the morning. So yeah, this is pretty cool. Oh, it even has a comparative comparative table. Amazing. So it has it's getting Ugadi late March, early April. Then Gudi Padwa late March, early April. It also says whether it's lunisolar or solar. So the first four are lunisolar, and then it's going to be all solar. And basically. It's there, and also talks about the global reach, meaning that how the Indian diaspora outside of India have also like kind of made this as a tradition outside. So that's also another good thing to kind of know. So this is amazing, yeah. So I liked what you had here. So the next one, what you're going to see is something very interesting. So this is about so again we're going into like comparison of technology frameworks. So this has been something which has been intriguing me for quite some time, in the sense that so I use Streamlit, Gradio sometimes. I've heard about Chainlit, Mesob, FastHTML, and a few more. And I like Python, so I strongly feel that just like how Python has kind of basically like overtaken every digested other frameworks like MATLAB or even some of the other ones even in AI, and we use a lot of Python, and there's for pandas for R, and so on. I feel that eventually like it could even like take over web development. It's not yet there yet, but I'm hoping I feel that it can take that. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask Grok 3, compare between Streamlit, Gradio, Chainlit, Mesob, FastHTML, and give us a detailed report. So let's see what happens. Oh, now I remember there used to be another tool called Taipei or something. I guess I missed that. And I recently saw a couple of other tools that come out. Bike Cafe maybe. I think I forgot about them. And by the way, Gradio today came out with like an amazing update that they're gonna have something called Gradio Deploy. You can deploy like apps in Gradio itself. That's probably gonna be a huge game changer. Yeah, I was like, it was totally amazing, like kind of to see that coming. Like, so. See what it's come out with. It's completed. It took about a minute and 5 seconds. So key points: it seems likely that Streamlit, Gradio, Chainlit, Mesob, and FastHTML are all Python-based tools for creating web applications, especially for data science and machine learning. So did I give that? So I did not say that these are all Python. So it was able to kind of draw it from that. Research suggests that they share commonalities like ease of use for Python developers and support for rapid prototyping, but differ in focus, such as Streamlit for general data apps and Chainlit for conversational AI. That's true. The evidence leans towards each tool having pros and cons. Streamlit's simplicity, Gradio's focus on ML model interfaces, with some controversy on performance for complex application. Okay, there are also other similar tools like Dash and Panel. Nice. That's nice to know. So it's always good to know about more tools. So and then it talks about FastHTML also here. Mesob also. Mesob developed by Google is for AI and ML web apps, likely with advanced features but less community support. That's true. It was nice to see Mesob coming out, but I've not heard much about it since then. FastHTML lets you build general web apps using pure Python, emphasizing simplicity and speed, which might be unexpected for those used to JavaScript heavy deployment. This is what I'd like to change, right? I mean, nothing against JavaScript and other kind of scripting languages, but I think it'll be great to have one dominant language, and I hope it's Python, and I mean, others, if and right now it's JavaScript for, I guess, web development, but I mean, of course, but then I'm hoping that someday like Python takes over. Let's hope that happens fast. So this is another comparative table. So that's also nice to see. Customizability, performance, ease of use. So that's also good. In survey note, comprehensive comparison of Streamlit, Gradio, and it's basically done the whole thing. So this is going to be a more detailed one. So it talks about Streamlit, pros and cons. Then Gradio. Also, this is from Hugging Face. So yeah, it says Hugging Face. Yeah, and then Chainlit. So I don't know where Chainlit comes from. I remember seeing it in one of the YouTube channel I watched from called Prayson, Mervyn Prayson. So he used to use lots of Chainlit. So I just saw that and it was pretty cool. May not be suitable for non-conversational applications. Interesting. And its learning curve could be steeper for those unfamiliar with AI ML. So that's interesting to know. Mesop is a Python-based UI framework developed by Google. Yeah, this was really cool to see. It has a range of 30 components. Pros developed by Google, likely offering reliability and advanced features. Cons, being a newer entrant, it may have less documentation and a smaller community. Kind of true, I guess, because Streamlit and Gradio are really cool in that way. So then comes Fast HTML. Does it say who developed it? I think it does not. Okay. So it says it's Jeremy. Fast HTML is a modern Python web framework that allows developers to build deep web applications using pure Python, leveraging HTML and HTTP directly. Fast, scalable, easy to use. Key features: supports HTMX for interactive features. Integrates database like SQLite and FastLite. Pythonic development experience. Reducing reliance on JavaScript and CSS. Pros, appeals to Python developers by avoiding JavaScript. Awesome. Cons, as a relatively new project, it may lack extensive documentation and community support compared to more mature frameworks. Yeah, that I think that's true. I've also been wanting to kind of try it out, but have not had the chance. The commonalities and differences. So it talks about a few of these. Pros and cons, detailed analysis. So it talks about the pros and cons for each one of these. So other similar tools. This is nice. I like it. I just maybe briefly mentioned it to tell about other tools, but now it says so it's Dash, Panel, Voila, and PyQt. There are a few more other ones like Taipei. I guess it's missed them, but this is at least good. At least very comprehensive report, just what I was kind of looking for, So this one is going to be quick and interesting. So this is about stock analysis, and I think many of us may kind of want maybe following these through blogs and news articles, and then maybe financials and so on. So this month, or maybe 2025, Intel stock has been going up and down. So I just want to see how Grok 3 can explain stock performances of companies, right? And Intel is just an example I chose. So I'm going to ask Grok 3, give me a report of Intel stock performance in 2025. There have been some ups and downs. Can you explain these events? Probably there are lots of factors, but let's see what it says. So where this will be useful is, so if you see there'll be articles coming up every day or every few days or once a week or something like that, right? This is how this company stock has been performing. It had this event and then it went up, and then it had another event, then it went down, and then so on. So which is very common. The whole ecosystem of websites exists. I think probably Yahoo Finance is one of the main one main thing, and probably that's what has really been powering Yahoo even after such a long time. And it'll be interesting to see if all of these news articles can be combined and a comprehensive report can be generated from that, right? Let's see. The reason why I'm saying is that I used to go and look at these, read a lot of these articles myself. Okay, this is why it happened, this is why that happened. And now you have the chance to put all of them together using AI. So it's down. It took about 1 minute 14 seconds. So let's see key points. Intel stock in 2025 has seen ups and downs with prices around 23, 24 recently. So I think it was more ups and downs than that. So let's see. It seems it's likely that positive events like AI new processor announcement at CES 2025 and strong Q4 results boosted the stock. And competition from AMD and Nvidia plus political changes are also like key factors. So this is what it says at least. That's really like interesting kind of. So let's more and then go with the overview, stock performance overview. Okay, now it's talking a little bit more. Intel stock has experienced a volatile start of 2025, $19.24 based on recent reports. The current price as of February 27th, today is 23.69, reflecting a mix of positive developments and changes. So key events are CES 2025 announcement, Q4 2024 financial results reported on January 30th. These results exceeded guidance, potentially increasing stock value. Acquisition rumors, that is true. That's the one which I've been seeing again and again, about Broadcom and TSMC considering bids for Intel parts likely caused a stock price jump. So broader influences. So this is very nice. The stock is also shaped by intense competition from AMD and Nvidia, the growing importance of AI and cloud computing, and potential shifts in U.S. policy under the new administration, all contributing to the ups and downs observed. This is really cool, right? So it's not even saying that. So these are not direct influences, but kind of it's trying to like draw these together, that there's been a change in administration in the US. Then you have this AI going up, and then there's also competition from the AI side from AMD and Nvidia, right? So that's nice. So yeah, it says 19 and 24. The stock's performance is benchmarked against its historical highs of 74 in 2000 and lows like, wow, 0.22 to 1982. I think that's like a super low. I mean, probably that's when it was starting, highlighting the significant swings with 2025 with the broader context. So that's interesting to see. So key events and market reactions. CES again, it's basically changed. We're talking about the CES product launch, and then fourth quarter and full 2024 financial results. So then potential acquisition bids and a few other things. So yeah, it's basically expanding on whatever it said before. Yeah. So it says that with Donald Trump's administration potentially favoring U.S. manufacturing, Intel's significant domestic operations could benefit. However, uncertainties around CHIPS Act funding and trade policies add complexity. So analyst perspectives, interesting. So pessimistic. So this, I didn't ask for it, but it's basically giving me this. This is what usually like many of these stock articles like talk about. So it says that pessimistic predictions suggest a decline at 12 by year end, while optimistic see potential recovery by 27 per share. So that's really interesting. Conclusion and outlook. Intel's stock in 2025 has been marked by significant ups and downs driven by product innovation, financial performance, and acquisition speculation, while positive developments like CES announcement and strong Q4 results have provided boosts. Cautious guidance and competitive pressures have introduced volatility. The potential acquisition bids adds an intriguing layer, potentially offering a path to kind of value creation, but also uncertainty. So this is awesome. Like kind of, this is what I was hoping for, based on like kind of something like what I would hope for, right? So let me just see. I mean, just let's go and do a somewhat of a partial verification of this, right? So it says that it was 19 and kind of 27, and it's come down to like 23.46. So it is today's thing is more or less right. So if I also do like a 6-month kind of a time frame, it said that January 2025, it was like if you look at January 1st, it was like 19 or something. So went to 19 and then to 21 and then to like 19. So then it had a huge up here. It went all the way to like 26 or something like that. Then it started going down again a little bit. So that's what I wanted to analyze 2025. And it's basically given me a good response that I was like hoping for. So we go to the next one. So the next one is going to be one of my favorites. So this is about entertainment, or you can say sports entertainment, or wrestling, professional wrestling. So just like how I'm a huge fan of anime and manga, I'm also a fan of pro wrestling, and this has been almost like 30 plus years, 32 years or something, from 1991 or 92. So I these days I don't follow it as much as I used to do before, but I still try to keep track of what's going on. So I'm going to ask, so Royal Rumble just got over, and it's going to be WrestleMania season. So I'm going to ask Grok 3, tell me about Royal Rumble 2025, who won the main events, what was the order of eliminations, also tell me about other matches. Maybe I should also ask, like, what's the road to WrestleMania, right? Let's see. I'm guessing this should be fast, so let's see. And I'm not going to verify this, but I kind of have some knowledge about it. I wouldn't say each and every elimination, I don't know, but yeah, it's completed just like I thought. It will do it fast, so it did it like faster. It only took 43 seconds. So let's see what it says. The Royal Rumble 2025 took place on February 1st in Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm guessing it's true, but again, I have not verified that. So let me just check it out. Anyways, I think it is true. Yeah, Indianapolis, Indiana. Perfect. It says that perfect in the sense I'm just verifying it with Google, but I think this is true. It seems likely that I don't know why it says it seems likely that Charlotte Flair won. From what I remember, Charlotte Flair did win the Women's Royal Rumble, and Jey Uso did win the Men's Royal Rumble, eliminating like John Cena. So these two are what I think is the true kind of thing. And so yeah, the evidence leans towards the order of eliminations being detailed for both matches. So I think it's probably going to say it in the detailed overview. Other matches includes ladder match, Cody Rhodes beat Kevin Owens, and then 2 out of 3 falls match for the tag team championship. So let's see. So it talks about the main events. Okay, it does have a nice order of eliminations. What amazing! It's given all the. I mean, I don't know again how much true this is. It says 29, and the last one is Roxanne Perez, right? And here I do remember that John Cena was the last person to be eliminated, so that's really nice. I mean, it's usually nice to, and if you've seen Royal Rumble, it's usually nice to see who all are eliminated. Another interesting thing would be to know what is the order in which they come in. So that's also a really cool thing. So yeah, it's basically just talking a little bit more. Talking about, again, it mentions repetition again. A shocking upset. Men's Royal Rumble was ultimately Jey Uso entering at number 20 and ultimately winning by eliminating John Cena. The victory was unexpected for many given the presence of high-profile entrants like Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins. And notable debuts include TNA champion Joe Henry at number 15. So yeah, interesting. The match set a record for the longest Rumble match with intense moments, including Roman Reigns' elimination at number 26 and CM Punk's exit at 27. So that's interesting. So Jey Uso's win was a feel-good moment. Okay, so yeah, that's also nice. So these are all nice. This is all nice information to kind of have when you're actually like looking at it, right? So yeah. So yeah, I think like I'm not going to go more detailed over this, but that was a nice overview. If I want to know about WrestleMania quickly, all compiled into one source. So the next one is also going to be one of my favorite ones. This is also somewhat entertainment in some aspects, but it's going to be on the manga and anime. So I want to ask about, this is a real thing that I've been wondering, Dragon Ball Daima. So this is really been one of my favorites recently, and especially given that One Piece anime is on break. So I want to ask Grok 3 about I'm gonna ask Grok 3 about Dragon Ball Daima. Tell me about Dragon Ball Daima. Who wrote it? Will it end soon? Where can I watch it? Right? So I'm really curious. I've been reading reports that next week is going to be the last week. They want to kind of have it as a tribute kind of to Toriyama, who passed away last year. So let's see. And this week it's getting a lot of buzz because Goku was in Super Saiyan 4, and Vegeta was in Super Saiyan 3. So they are comparing this with 1994 or something. So how the similarities were between both of that, and that's really cool. Okay, completed 1 minute 4 seconds. And it's nice that most of these queries take around somewhere around a minute or so, at least from all the different ones I've seen. Sometimes less, and sometimes could be way longer, 2 minutes. But that's nice. Creator Akira Toriyama wrote the story for Dragon Ball Daima, deeply involved in its development. It seems likely that the series will end on February 28, 2025, with 20 episodes. All of that is so unfortunate, but yeah, I guess it is what it is. I really liked how it was so fresh. I used to watch Dragon Ball Z when I was young, when I was a kid, and even after so many years, Daima was really almost like a masterpiece. It brought out great like instincts, childlike instincts, and also like experiences in me. So you can watch it on Crunchyroll, Netflix, and Hulu, with availability varying by region. So I watch it on Netflix. So it's the latest anime in the beloved Dragon Ball franchise, offering a fresh adventure with Goku and friends turned into children due to conspiracy, leading them to explore the mysterious demon realm. So it was so amazing. It was like I remember watching like when I was young, when I was in school, there was this series called Lost in Space. I think the series came somewhere in the 50s or so, and it's probably even before Star Trek, but sometimes, so maybe very soon. It has lots of similarities, and they would be like it was in black and white, and the characters would be like going and visiting like different places in alien planets, and interacting with aliens and so on. So it was really cool. And when I was seeing Dragon Ball Daima, that reminded me of kind of Lost in Space. So anyways, like, it was so nice. So details on the character: Akira Toriyama is credited with the original work story. His involvement was initially meant to be minimal but grew, ensuring the series strayed through the franchise's roots, especially connecting to the Majin Buu saga. So that's interesting information. So I knew he had something to do. Unfortunately, he passed away recently, but kind of I guess they wanted to somehow end it soon because of that. Maybe it consists of 20 episodes. Given it's February 22nd, the series is, so this is nice. Release on, given it's February 22nd, the series is nearing its conclusion, making it end very soon. So this is one of the amazing thing, right? Like, for people who says that large language models are just like next word predictions, I mean, like, look at this. Research suggests that Dragon Ball Daima consists of 20 episodes, with its final episode 20, scheduled for release on February 28th, right? Then it says, given it's currently February 27th, the series is nearing its conclusion, making it end very soon. So basically, it's trying to say that, this is ending on 28th, but today is 27th, and then it's also able to make out those kind of connections. That's what really amazing. So let me go on. Creator and development. So he passed away on March 1st. So somewhere I was reading that they wanted to be 2024. So they wanted to end this by March 1st of 2025. So, but yeah, and this is amazing. Who grew up with Dragon Ball GT, right? So because Dragon Ball GT also had this is amazing. I never thought it would actually mention this. They would be turned into like children. But that was a completely different story. But it was like Goku was a child. So this had some similarities to that. So I'm glad that it's able to get this. So it's saying that it's amazing. It's saying that aiming for a sense of adventure and action that would appeal to both children and parents who grew up with Dragon Ball GT. His decision to turn the entire cast into children rather than just Goku, because there it was just Goku. Oh my God, this is amazing. Reflecting his extensive input. So amazing. I mean, you gotta give it to Grok 3 and Elon Musk and others. Yeah. So strangely, it just talks about 1, 19, and 20. I don't know why it doesn't talk about the chapters in between. But anyways, culture and fan impact. So it's again talking about the other things. Glorio, 20 episodes. Pivotal addition to the Dragon Ball universe created by Akira Toriyama. accessible. Its blend of nostalgia and innovation ensures it remains a landmark in anime history, especially as Toriyama's final contribution. Awesome. Somewhere I read that the episode 19 had an IMDb rating of 9.9 because of the fact that Goku turned SS4 Super Saiyan 4 and Vegeta was SS3 Super Saiyan 3. So again, yeah, amazing. So I'm really happy with this, as I think I got what I wanted here. So with this, the next one is going to be coding frameworks comparison. These are some of the coding frameworks that have really gotten popular. So I am gonna ask Grok 3, Cursor, Windsurf, Replit, GitHub Copilot, Claude Code, ChatGPT Canvas. Can you give me a report comparing all of these? What are the commonalities between them, where they differ, and what are the pros and cons? Are there similar tools? I mean, these are just some of the tools that I know of. Probably there's some more. There's bolt.new, and a few more. I don't remember them off the top of my head. But let's wait and see. That was fast. Completed in 29 seconds. So it seems likely that Cursor, Windsurf, Replit, GitHub Copilot, Claude Code, and ChatGPT Canvas are all AI-powered tools to help with coding, but they vary in how they work and what they focus on. So research suggests that features like code suggestions and productivity boosts, but differ in whether they're standalone editors, add-ons, or command line tools, and somehow efficiency and inaccuracies. And an unexpected detail is that Windsurf are free with pro features, while others like GitHub Copilot require subscription for full access. Interesting. Here's a little bit more details. Overlook introduction, make coding easier and faster than using AI. Then use AI with coding, assist AI to assist with coding. So this is a nice comparison. Cursor is a code editor like VS Code with AI for suggestion and error detection. Windsurf from Codium is another editor with AI collaboration and unique features like write mode. Then Replit is an online IDE with AI for coding and app building. And GitHub Copilot adds AI assistance to existing IDEs. And Claude Code, wow, this is nice. This just released a couple of days back, so it's able to get this. The command line tool from Anthropic uses AI for coding via natural language, and ChatGPT Canvas collaborated writing and coding. So that's nice. So now it comes to more comprehensive analysis. So I'm going to go through all of them. Detailed differences, focus on use case, teaching and model and terminology. Then Claude Code utilizes Anthropic's Claude AI, especially the Claude 3.7 model. Amazing. That like I mentioned, that just got released a couple of days back. So that's interesting. So some more pros and cons. Okay, I like this one. Other similar tools. Tab9, Amazon Code Whisperer, DeepMind's Alpha Code, JetBrains AI Assistant. So this is good to know that there are other features also exist. So yeah, and it also gives the date as of February 27, 2025. So that is something that's a really cool tool. So it's basically like said what all things are. So that was a good one. And I think we are gonna be it's gonna be the last one for today. So this is going to be on what is the impact of DeepSeek, right? This is going to be a very unique one. So let's see. That's okay. So basically, wanted to show like in terms of world events. So DeepSeek is more than just an AI update. It definitely shook the AI world, the technical side also, but also like it also took care of a lot of geopolitical and worldwide like things like there was a huge stock downfall and so on. So the impact of DeepSeek and it also like countries like India had started off India AI mission to develop foundational models. I'm not sure if that plan was there before that. So anyways, let's see what Grok 3 has said. It's still investigating. So my broad results, I think, from my own general knowledge, are that DeepSeek, through its like reinforcement learning and thinking mode, now almost all the AI models have this thinking mode and sometimes listening mode also. Like that's one thing. It just shook everything out. And then like how the stocks kind of reacted. That was also something amazing. And not amazing, but very amazed at how that happened. So key points: research suggests that DeepSeek has significantly impacted AI models rivaling US at lower costs. DeepSeek has boosted China's AI presence globally. Evidence leaned towards major stock market sell-off. Nvidia losing 600 billion, amazing. But markets later recovered somewhat. Unexpected detail: DeepSeek's open source approach may democratize AI, fostering global collaboration despite cost controversy. So, yeah, let's see. I'm not going to go over each and every detail. It has world impact, technology impact. Yeah, this is somewhat what I wanted to kind of see. Stock market impact and survey no detailed analysis of DeepSeek's impact. So here it tries to kind of talk about the global impact, geopolitical and societal, and technological impact, innovation and cost efficiency, and some more kind of cost details. Like so, it's talking about the table that it has. So cited training cost 6 million, total hardware estimate for over 500 million, including R&D. So this is from semi-analysis, right? What DP-V3 would have taken, like not V3, but what normally would have taken. Kind of the stock market impact, initial shock, and then recovery. So that's it. That was really cool. Like DeepSeek's impact is multifaceted, enhancing China's AI profile, driving technological innovation through open source models, and causing market volatility. While its cost claims are debated, its influence on on global AI dynamics is undeniable. So more on. So yeah, this is something like this is what I was hoping for. So overall, I would say that this has been a great experience. Basically, like using Grok's deep search abilities, and to see the whole process, and also like and also know where all kind of scored and where all did not score that as expected, kind of things like that. So I'll be writing some articles, blogs, and also videos on this topic. So let's see how things go. So until next time. Sure.